Cubs' 4-game win streak is over. Beaten up pretty good by the Boston Red Sox to the point where some position players were pitching. That didn't go well. So the score isn't indicative of the way that the Cubs are playing, but no one wants to lose 17-zip. We're going to talk about that. More concerning, though, Jordan Wicks not going to make the start. Forearm tightness, never a good sign in baseball. All that and more right here on the Cubs Baseball channel. Make sure you guys like and subscribe. Give us a thumbs up, and let's get this thing started. Go Cubs. What do you say, everybody? Mick Gillespie. Welcome to the Cubs Baseball channel at Broadcaster Mick. And let's talk some Cubs baseball on this Sunday. Good morning, everyone, as you hang out. All right, let's get right into it. What can you say about a 17-0 thrashing? Other than, look, I mean, it's one game. And it didn't go the Cubs' way. Ben Brown, gave up some runs early, but the Cubs didn't score. It was just one of those kind of perfect storms of, it's not going well for us. Everything's going well for them. This isn't our day. But when it was all said and done, 17-0, you had some position players come in. You didn't waste the bullpen, and you lost the game. Now you just got to pick up today's game, and if you do that, you still win the series, and everything is still copacetic. I mean, it's not the end of the world, right? But what is concerning to me is this. Jordan Wicks' forearm tightness being skipped for this spot to start today's game. Okay. This is concerning. And the reason it's concerning is forearm tightness a lot of times leads to Tommy John surgery. I mean, I'm not saying that's what this situation is, but a lot of times you hear people say, well, I got forearm tightness, and then that turns into tendonitis, or sometimes it's just straight to Tommy John, right? And that is really a pandemic in baseball. How many guys are getting surgery for their forearm, right? Wicks has been so good for the Cubs. He's been one of the most solid pitchers in the rotation, and now he's not available. Not sure how long that's going to last. I can tell you that we mentioned this yesterday, and that's Justin Steele is starting to make his way to some rehab games. Look for him to pitch probably for the Iowa Cubs in a rehab assignment, and then slide into the rotation once he gets a couple of those in. But we're not at that point yet. And on the other end, Wicks is one of the reasons why the Cubs are a game out of first place. One of the reasons why the Cubs are winning, even without guys like Cody Bellinger and Seiya Suzuki and Justin Steele and Julian Merriweather and, whatever, Justin Smiley. I mean, you can go down the list. It's because of him. He's been so good this year. So a little concerning, and we'll keep an eye on it and find out what exactly does this mean. Is it, hey, my arm is sore, give me a rest, or is this the beginning of something worse, And I mean, you never want to look ahead to something, but when you start saying that guys have forearm tightness, not a good thing at all. Christopher Morel, collision, going after a ball down the line with Alexander Canario. I will say this. The Cubs were down, like 11-0 at the time. They didn't have to do that. But you know what? These guys really care about trying to win and competing and playing the game the right way. And I think that's important. And I think that even though, like, everybody could have just bailed out, let the ball fall, and move on, but they didn't do that. It's because these guys care a lot. Morel is okay. He's going to be fine. And that's what Craig Counsell said post-game. He's a tough guy, but I'll tell you what, I appreciate that effort. I just do. It doesn't matter what the score is. You're playing the next play. And if the next play means you got to go out and do something important and make a catch and, get down the line and be committed to it, and you do that, it's going to make your team better in the long run. It's been a struggle for Christopher Morel to play third base. He still doesn't look like he's comfortable totally there, but does make some great plays at times. He's getting better at the spot, but I love the effort. And I think a lot of you guys know what I mean. It's just like having someone that gives a crap. Like, hey, I'm going to go out and make this play. So maybe the communication could have been better, but at the same time, I love the fact that these guys still care. You're down 11, you lose by 17, but you never quit competing. And I'm glad that he's all right, and especially, when you're looking at forearm tightness from Jordan Wicks. And how about this? Garrett Cooper traded to the Red Sox. The Cubs are playing the Red Sox, and Cooper's going to the Red Sox. Like, how does that happen? He's designated for assignment. The Cubs made some roster moves earlier this week, and, teams have a window to try to make a deal. And the Red Sox said, hey, we'll take Garrett Cooper. So good for him. Cooper can hit. He's kind of a 4A player, where he's better than AAA, but he's not quite a big league star. But he can definitely help fill some holes for your team. And if the Cubs didn't have an array of options when it comes to young players that need that playing time, he'd be a really good role player for the team. So not sure what the Cubs are getting back yet, but the fact that he's going there is a good thing, and we're all pulling for him. He was, wasn't even a month, but the time that he spent with the Cubs, he did a good job. And, you wish those guys the best. So despite the fact that the Cubs lost 17-0 yesterday, a win today, 6-10 in Boston, Cubs win the series. And the bottom line is, who cares? If you lose 1-0 or 17-0, it does not matter. You just got to get the next win. So the Cubs will play the Red Sox. Looking forward to watching this game. Hayden Wesneski sliding into that spot in the rotation. Jordan Wicks, again, out with forearm tightness. And he'll be opposed by Tanner Houck, who's 3-2 with a 1.65 ERA. This is going to be a good matchup at Fenway. We'll see what happens. But Wisniewski's the guy who has earned that opportunity. I mean, he's been so good in relief. And if you're the Cubs, you're just hoping, take what you did in relief, what you've looked like out of the bullpen, and just apply that to this start. And let's see what you can do, because Wisniewski honestly has the best outing of the season out of the pen. Just put that into the starting rotation and let's see what happens. And again, we're not sure what the deal is with Wicks, just that he was skipped for the start. And then after this series, the Cubs go play the Mets in New York. So they're not going very far. Some really big games. And all these games count. I mean, that's the bottom line. You want to win all of them. So that's where we are right now. Thanks for hanging out with us here on the Cubs Baseball channel. Get in the comment section. Tell me what you guys think. I'm not panicking, but I'm going to tell you right now, this one concerns me a little bit. I mean, you lost Hendricks. He wasn't good, right? Back injury, get healthy, get back out there and compete, or whatever they're going to do with him. Smiley, he's okay. I mean, he was really good at the beginning of last year, and then since then, he's been okay. Steele, hey, we want to get him back and put him in the rotation. But there was enough options for his role where you felt like you could kind of handle it, and the Cubs did that. And you had all these other guys that could start. But now, you take Wicks out of the mix, and all of a sudden it's like, well, we're starting to feel like we got some issues. And so hopefully it's not just finding a guy that can slide in there and start, but someone that's as effective as Jordan Wicks. So that's the concern. But you guys tell me what you think. Get in the comment section. Let us know. Have a great Sunday. Thanks for hanging out. And again, subscribe, give us a thumbs up. Go Cubs.